Bottoms offers a refreshing departure from the conventional high school comedy. The film follows two girls who, in an attempt to hook up with popular cheerleaders at their school, go all out with forming a fight club at their school. I've heard about this film for a while, since director Emma Seligman debuted her film Shiva Baby a few years back, and this movie always sounded like a really interesting concept. But what's really great about this is at the end of the day, it is not just another high school sex comedy. It's one that is so much better than the others. At least I thought it was very meaningful. Even a film like Fast Times at Ridgemont High is not as unique as this. And I don't mean to dunk at that film at all. I just mean to say Bottoms really did bring out something that I don't see from a lot of films. And that's not to say other classic films like Ferris Bueller's Day Off and Clueless aren't great, or modern films like Booksmart or The Edge of 17. In fact, it's the distinct qualities of those films that made them stand out and make them remembered over the course of times. But Bottoms distinguished itself by continuously delivering fresh and entertaining content. I really thought this movie was more like Not Another Teen Movie or Wet Hot American Summer with its surreal qualities, but unlike those films, it has a really great beating heart. I mean, I was impressed by how quickly this movie went from hilariously written to very sweet. I mean, it has so much mania in it, but then such a distinct heart, and that is easily the best part about the film. I was reminded of another movie that came out recently, a studio comedy, No Hard Feelings, and the central concept of that revolves around a 17-year-old dating an older woman, which admittedly offers a few humorous moments. However, that film so quickly fell into the trap of stretching the concept thin, and it was just a lackluster experience. The novelty of the premise wore off really quick, and it left a very noticeable lull in the narrative. But on this hand, Bottoms, it keeps the audience engaged throughout its runtime. It's a constant emotional roller coaster. Instead of relying on a single gimmick, it consistently introduces new elements that contribute to its humor and its heart. For instance, Bottoms skillfully incorporates elements from this. It just feels like it takes place in this other universe. Like I said, conventional rules don't apply here. The creative decision leads to unexpected and genuinely funny moments, making the film stand out. You could have lots of things where there's the typical battle. This whole film, they're talking about how Huntington is coming and you expect there to be a big football match, but the film very cleverly goes a different way, and it's fun. I like that the movie is different. I think it stands out because of that. Bottoms manages to strike a balance between humor and heartfelt moments. It doesn't really, aim for laughs as much as it packs a real emotional punch. I also thought that Bottoms was similar to Barbie. They both had campy, feminist, and humorous undertones. Both films embrace a world with its own set of rules. It's kind of like a parody, but Bottoms stands out as the more liberating and genre-defying of the two, while Barbie adheres to more traditional blockbuster formula. I thought Bottoms feels free to, explore from the constraints of its genre tropes. It's able to move more into uncharted territory. In conclusion, Bottoms is a breath of fresh air in the high school comedy genre. It avoids falling into the traps and pitfalls other movies do. And on the other hand, it's consistently entertaining and it's emotionally resonant. And I thought, thanks to Emma Seligman's direction and Rachel Sennett's writing, and they both wrote the screenplay, but honestly, all the performances in this are excellent. This is just an excellent film. I really loved it. I really loved all the cast members in this. And I just thought it was great. I'd love to see more comedies like this.